Hey everybody, it's John again, and today I'm going to look at another of the Masters Universe Classics figures. And this time we have the ruler of the Horde and the greater evil of the Masters series. We have HORDAK. This is the first one that they did of him that's based more on the classic figure appearance. As you can see, it's in the standard blister box that they all come in. Evil leader of the evil horde. If you didn't figure out that they're the bad guys yet, they're the evil horde right there. He looks pretty amazing in the package already. I can see there's a lot of paint detail on him that the later figures ended up kind of lacking. Again, Matty Collector is done and gone now, so these figures are harder to find. You have to get them on the secondary markets or maybe trade. Hey, I got everybody on the back of this one. Here we got a little bio for HORDAK. Bring that closer here and focus. If you want to read that, go ahead and pause. Give me a second here, and we'll open up HORDAK and take a closer look. Here we have HORDAK outside of the package, and for being one of those early figures back from 2008, you will definitely see a lot of different attention to details than we got in the later figures. There's shading all throughout his skin tones, like in his arms. There's even a little bit of weathering on his gloves. There's some shadowing on here, silver paint on his belt and around the edge of his hood. Even his face. That face sculpt is not only awesome, but there's subtle little paint washes all over the place. The red eyes, red teeth. He's got his Horde badge on his arm. And these awesome boots that have these silver paint on them that are also a little weathered down. He's really cool. Very nice likeness to the classics figure, or the classic figure now, I have to say. The hood and the cape are on one piece, so if you don't want that, you can pop his head off and pop this piece off as well. Otherwise, it does hinder his articulation of his head a little bit, but it does go side to side very well, and you can get a little bit of up and down movement in there. And he has the standard ball jointed shoulders that go around and are hinged, that upper bicep, and the elbow joint there is a single, and he's got rotating wrists, no hinges on him at this point in time. He does have an ab crunch, which is not really useful because of his armor piece, but he does move a little bit, and he does swivel at the waist. He does have ball jointed hips, but they do not go up very far. They do rotate at the top. They do come up about here, go back about to there. It does have a single jointed knee, swivel at the boot, and hinged feet with a little bit of rocker in them. So overall, that's pretty cool. And he's a great version of HORDAK. We end up getting three, I think. 3 versions of HORDAK. Maybe 4? I think there was a 4th one, wasn't there? So there's 4 versions of HORDAK. This is the first one that I picked up. And he comes with some mighty fine accessories. First we'll take a look at this little guy. This is the Imp. I'll show you why we got this pretty soon if you don't know why. He's also very nicely detailed. Look at that face. Little washes of black over top of the red. He's got these silver eyes. And he should just clip right onto HORDAK's wrist. With a little bit of effort. There he is. So he's got his little companion there. And then he also comes with this Horde staff, which has a lot of paint washing details on it. Little claw holding orb. Almost looks like those old pewter pieces that were popular in the 90s. The same little thing on the end there, and the Horde logo on it. So that's a nice little piece that should fit right into his hand. Maybe, come on. See, tight hands, no weird gummy grips like we got later on with some of our other figures. Yeah, he's got a Doesn't really want to hold on to it. Yeah, super tight grip. Maybe we can get it in his other hand. If that works, we'll put... Yeah, that one looks like it's a little bit more open. The struggle. There we go. So he does have his staff in his hand now. And again, HORDAK is the leader of the Horde, and I thought they were always a cool idea that they were villains that were so evil that the traditional villains of Skeletor were even terrified of their appearance. And as the storyline went on, you know, as it evolved, HORDAK became kind of the emperor to Skeletor's Darth Vader, where he Skeletor was his mentor, helped him get back from the reality he was trapped in, and was his pupil until he had to turn on him and join forces with the good guys to take him down. And then he also comes with what all the Horde Troopers come with, their bow, or a crossbow type weapon they have. It has kind of a bat head on it, and I think this is the only one I've seen so far that has this arrow looking like it's ready to fire. There's a lot of detail in this guy too, which are great, like on the teeth and the eyes and the little facets on here, and it's got this kind of gunmetal gray and black look to it. Cool weapon. And maybe, we'll see, Imp's in the way. Maybe we can get Imp on the other wrist. Come off there, guy. And put that in there. Maybe we'll put Mr. Imp onto this hand. There we go. And he can kind of hang out there and stare at HORDAK. Now, here he is with the original. These are already getting a little heavy in the front because of the weight of his weapons. Pretty accurate here. I don't know if he can stand up still or not. He's pretty worn down and aged over the years, but he does have the silver on him as well. The red eyes and teeth, they captured that really nicely. Boots very well, even got that little strap there, and he came originally with this guy. This was his Imp. Just this little piece of plastic that has this little piece that hooks onto his wrist, and you can see he's got this little tail there. And it would just kind of clip on to his arm, kinda, but it really had a hard time staying on. And there's this original crossbow with the same bat head. Originally it was done in white. See, it's a little beat up over time. It's the same cape. Very nice version of our very nice update to this figure. So I think this HORDAK's fantastic, and I can't wait to see what the other ones look like. Let me get my hand out of the way here while I'm fiddling with that. So overall, again, one of the earlier figures, and it just seems like those first couple years of these guys, we got a lot more paint detail than we did on the others. So I see the problem is Kate pushes them forward a little bit. There we go. Overall, yeah, HORDAK's great. If you can find him, I'd pick him up. Yeah, his face sculpt is fantastic. So anyway, if you enjoyed this, go ahead and click that like button, and if you want to see some more of my videos or be notified when they're coming up, subscribe and never miss out. And as always, thanks for watching.